What's happening, folks? Back for another anime song reaction. And big shout out to a friend of the channel who has actually provided a few of these. And yes, this is one from Bubblegum Crisis. It's in 1987. And yeah, as I think I mentioned before, I know of Bubblegum Crisis. It's certainly one that, I understood to be one of the famous anime from, an older era, like before they began to be more prevalent over here in the US, which is to say, again, I saw anime in the 80s. I very clearly remember seeing Akira, as we called it, and enjoying that. And, there were a couple others I saw, and there were sort of Americanized versions of anime shows that were over here, like Robotech and so on. But yeah, by the time you get to the late 90s and definitely into the early 2000s, distributors and production companies here started to take anime more seriously, and so not only did more of it become available, but when they did English dubs, they would get real voice actors, and the production over here or internationally was taken more seriously. In any case, the point is, I know of Bubblegum Crisis, but I've never seen it, so I won't have any context for the show. But the song is called Konya wa Hurricane, so let's give it a listen. This is apparently by Kinuko Oomori, or Oomori Kinuko, and the tune is Konya wa Hurricane from 1987, a tune included in the Bubblegum Crisis show. Woof, say that 3 times fast. Yeah, that's great. That's a very epic rock tune. I mean, it sounds like an anime intro sequence. You can just imagine. And again, shout out to my friend of the channel who mentioned that like he gave me this video because these I've been putting on YouTube, even though all the other video reactions I do, I've just moved over to my Patreon full time. But yeah, so to avoid any potential copyright issues where it might get blocked, it's just the thumbnail video. But yeah, ultimately you can just imagine a very, action-packed intro sequence to an anime as you hear this. And yeah, like some epic like 80s, like harder rock guitar soloing, but also there's some guitar, plucking or strumming in there that has a bit of a funky sound to it, even, a bit of brass which gives it a bit of that like rock with funk vibe. And yeah, I enjoy the big drum rolls, and there's a lot of epic quality to this performance, and definitely cool vocals which they sound very like 80s J-rock in that in those stylings. So yeah, just a cool tune, and definitely one that it just makes me want to watch an anime. It makes me want to get ready for an episode of an anime, which it's amazing how they managed to find, and a lot of the anime I've seen, certainly ones I've been going through on my Patreon, but they managed to find songs and compose songs for shows where it captures a lot of the atmosphere and the storytelling of the show in a musical piece that might have lyrics which are not necessarily articulating specifics about characters or story, but manages to hit on the same vibe. So I don't know that here because I haven't seen Bubblegum Crisis, but it feels like it's probably very much in that vein. And yeah, just love the classic like 80s anime look of the artwork. So yeah, once again, big thank you. Do let me know what you think of this, and I will see you next time. Peace.